Hello my friends and welcome back. Thank you very much for being with me again today. Very concerning news concerning for the United States of America. And the news are coming from Saudi Arabia, Iran and Iraq. Now you'll see that as I said something about 4 months ago, it seems to come to fruition, and that is the Arabs, or at least the countries in the Middle East, let's put it this way, better put, they're trying to figure out things and their future in a common context, mainly in the context of the countries in the Middle East without outside interference. And obviously that is kicking out the master, but the problem is the master, the perceived master is still there in the Middle East. The problem is the bully boy of the master is going to be kicked out. So the little master has to do it on its own, seems like, unless the big master calls on CIA and brings some democracy and freedom in all these countries for the little master in the Middle East. So this article comes from Oil Price, and it's from September 6th, 2022, and this is the title. Saudi Arabia and Iran held secret meetings to bolster collaboration. So the two foes, I'm not putting Israel in this, the two foes over there in the Middle East, let's put it this way, the biggest guys in the area, they are trying to cooperate. All right, given the centuries-long hatred between regional rivals, Iran and Saudi Arabia, last week's comments by Iran's President Ebrahim Raisi that there have been 5 rounds of meetings between high-level personnel from Tehran and Riyadh in recent months has drawn surprisingly little attention. This is all the more surprising given that Raisi then cited Iraq, which apparently played the role of mediator between the two sides, as praising, and quote, the initiatives offered and measures taken by Iraq to improve cooperation among regional countries free from foreign meddling will play an effective role in bolstering regional collaboration. In sum, then, a rogue state, that's Iran supposedly here, and the former #1 ally of the US in the Middle East. No, that's this could be the ally because the other one is the boss in the Middle East, have been chatting away for months, hosted by a country which, following the US's end of combat missions last year, appears to be drifting into civil war. So what is going on precisely, and where does it lead? It seems like when the United States get in things, and then when they leave, they try to pick up the pieces and reorganize somehow. And obviously it's a period of anarchy and rearrangement of the society. So it says is that as oil price calm has uniquely been highlighting the 7 months Saudi Arabia's days of being courted on by the US and an ally are over. So United States say bye-bye because these guys are done with them. Now what they have further here, they in the article they talk about the cooperation between the two countries and the fact that Riyadh, Saudi Arabia, Mohammed bin Salman moved away from the United States because of they say 3 things. One, the little fight they have over there in the area. And that's one thing, and the Americans did not help them with fighting over there. And then the other one is the statements Biden made in before he got elected, calling Mohammed bin Salman, and he's going to make a pariah out of Saudi Arabia. As I said, first the Yemen. I couldn't remember the Yemen. The Saudis claim that the United States did not help them in Yemen with weapons. So it's weapons help in Yemen, and the personal insults that Biden uttered, stated, whatever, towards the Saudi Arabia Crown Prince Mohammed bin Salman and Saudi Arabia. And don't forget, Saudi Arabia has so much investments here in the United States that if they decide to sell or they decide to just not invest anymore, we're going to have a big crisis here. Saudi Arabia has so, I don't want to say it owns the United States, because there's other people who own the United States, but they are part of the guys who really have a lot of investments here. And if they withdraw their money and if they, I don't know, don't have those assets anymore and stop investing, somehow this country has to start producing. So that's with the United States. Then remember when Joe Biden called him like 2 times, called Mohammed bin Salman on 2 occasions, and he did not pick up the phone. Then, what's his name? Joe Biden came to Saudi Arabia and bumped fists with Salman, right? And asked for an increase of oil and said, yeah, nothing happened. And then, so that's broken, done. And it's useless. The Americans said, well, we're not going to leave, we're going to stay here. The United States doesn't leave anywhere. They kick you out. They don't, you're going to leave because they're going to just pass you out. And then that's the China. One of the biggest partners of Saudi Arabia is China as a market. And the Saudis said that they will invest and will provide China with resources for the past 50 years and more if necessary. And I think then, I don't know if you paid attention on what happened since the Ukraine war started. A lot of contacts were made between Pakistan and Saudis, Erdogan and Saudis, Iraqis and Saudis, Iran and Saudis. They were so many. It was the other one, Emirates, the United Arab Emirates again. They did a lot of hanky-panky there, and I pointed that out about, I don't know, 5 months ago when this started to occur. 5 months, 4 months, because nothing happened nothing I know of happened in the past, I don't know, 2 months, 2-3 months after Biden went over there. Nothing really, you know. I think Salman went. Where did he go? In Turkey, I think. That was a big deal, and he went, I think, to Europe. I think he went to Greece or something. Anyway, that's the only thing that happened. I mean, Erdogan is busy as a young dog, and so on. And so China, and then Mohammed bin Salman spoke with Putin, and they're dealing with the oil, and I think they're cooperating in the output just to screw these guys here, unfortunately. So the United States is sidelined at this point. They said, yeah, we're going to give you $5 billion, I think it was, or something like that, of armament and so on. Yeah, you bring it, I don't give a fuck. I'm still gonna go that way, the other way. Or it's gonna go and take advantage of both sides. So it's clearly that Saudis are friends, whatever, business partners with China, Russia, and now with Iran. How are you gonna tip Iran? Iran doesn't have much problems with countries around, but one, and that one really, if you go deeper and you just look underneath the carpet, you find that it has problems with everybody around them. So kind of dangerous. But anyway, I think that's very concerning for the United States of America, and unless they do a little regime change in Saudi Arabia, things are going to go worse than this. And I don't know if they're going to be able to invade or do anything with Iran. How are you going to do anything? You got Iran, from where? From the Red Sea? When are you going to, what kind of, from Yemen? From where? You can't even do it from Israel. So you need certain countries over there. What do you have? I don't see any country that the United States really has, to deploy troops or something to start whatever it needs to start. It's a vampire flying around. So, bad news. And these guys are holding hands, and I'm glad that countries start talking, or at least continue to communicate and cooperate on their direct connections without interference. And as I said, I made videos before and I stated the same thing. Many things happen in many regions where you got outside influences trying to keep countries, like keep them in a divide and impera, divided, and then you conquer them, you control them by, hey, this is your enemy, this is your enemy, and you fight. And actually it's all a manufacture, because you put your people in place over there and you let them over there. And then these guys are going to do what they will do best over there. And then when I start talking again, you do another little democracy, freedom, and love and happiness. And you another regime change, and again, boom, 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 boom. And then they find out that they never climb economically, culturally, and anything, because they're always at war. And if you look around and say, what in the hell I have with you? Oh, it's the third one right here. This the guy, the puppeteer. Thank you very much for being with me again today. Stay strong, stay smart, look for the truth, and be just.